What's up, guys? Stas here. So I want to go over a bunch of stocks in this video. What the heck else is new, right? We're going to go over a bunch of charts, what I'm looking at, what I'm looking to do, key levels on the charts here. So if y'all find value, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe. And of course, guys, don't forget to get up to 16 stocks for Moomoo, each up to $2,000. Check out that link down below, or just simply go to StasSurFest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into it. So check it out. I'm sure you guys know we got the CPI data this morning, right? And we had the the indexes all over the place. We had the Russell down 0.8%, almost down 1% on the day. We had the Nasdaq go up 0.4%. The S&P went up 0.2, or actually no, 0.1. We had the Dow go down 0.2, and the the S&P, or which one am I missing? Either way, Nasdaq up 0.4. Whatever. We were all over the place today, guys. Let's just say that we were all over the place, and you guys can see that here on the intraday chart. Let me show you that. We can see we were choppy all day on SPY. We can see that same thing on, Triple Q, the choppiness. You can see that. We had a lot of choppiness on Triple Q. My goodness, guys. And earlier in the day, this was even more in the green. You guys can see we were almost at 376 in the middle of the day, more towards the end of the day. But either way, we were almost at 376. Then we got down to 373. Then we saw a little spike into close, which is good. But, either way, a lot of choppiness there. We had gold. Let's see, the metals. Gold went down 0.25%. Silver went down 1.2%. Let me see what else. Oil. Let me pull up oil and see what that ended up doing today, guys. It pretty much broke even. It's, right now it's up 3 cents, barely anything, up 0.03%. So pretty much at break even. And overall, guys, oil is directionally bullish, no doubt about it. On the 4-hour chart, we have a golden cross. We're above the moving averages. We're at multi-month highs, right? And on this 3-year chart, or even this 1-year chart, we can see, now we're starting to go back to 90, 95 a barrel. That's probably going to be the next spot we're going to test here on crude oil, which is where we double top back in, it looks like September of last year, and it looks like November of last year as well. Let me zoom in and show you guys. That's where we double top, back in, it looks like October, November, either way, of last year. That's where we're probably going to be going next, in my opinion, right? Maybe even $100 a barrel, totally possible. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And by the way, as of now, as of today's trading day, guys, which today is the 13th of September, SPY is still in a wedge. You guys can see that. Boom, still in a wedge right here. And Triple Q as well on the 4-hour chart, which means we're not quite yet picking overall direction. We're not breaking out, and we're not dumping to the downside quite yet. Of course, we'll see. We'll do more updates on the channel, so make sure you guys subscribe, and, we'll see how it plays out. So with that being said, let me talk to you guys about what's going on with some of these stocks out there. We had a lot of movement, a bunch of movement. Today, we had Netflix go down about 5.2%, which this was the mother of all fake outs, right, guys? You all probably remember we called out this downwards channel, right, that, Netflix has been trading in for a couple of weeks, and we started to break out of that channel. We did, a couple weeks ago, we started to break out. And we failed to break 450. It pump faked at 450 pretty much. And now just like that, we're back to almost $400 per share. We're at 412 right now to be exact. And again, it went down over 5% on the day. So that's a perfect example of a fake out. It happens all the time in the stock market. It looks like it's going to go break out. Then all of a sudden we're dumping down. And I think there was a conference or something like that. I was reading today why I was looking like, why the heck is Netflix going down? I was reading, it says the Netflix CEO or CFO says it's not easy to build an ad business from scratch. All right, let's see. I think there was, again, a conference, like I said. Let me see here. It looks like shares are trading lower following the company's presentation at the BofA Media, Communications, and Entertainment Conference. All right. So obviously a lot of eyes were on that. Netflix shares tumble, shedding $9 billion in value as CFO lowers. I guess he lowered. Okay, yeah, it looks like he lowered the margin guidance during this conference. So, okay, there you have it, guys. He lowered the margin guidance, which is never good. And I'm sure margins have already weakened, so they're going to get even worse, which is not good for Netflix. So, look, man, this thing is back in, a downtrend pretty much. Of course, not in the grand scheme of things on the 4-hour chart. Obviously, we're still overall uptrending right now, but in the very short term, if we're looking at the last couple of weeks, months, if I zoom in a bit and show you guys right here, we're still in this channel. Let me draw it out and make a new channel here to show you guys. We can see, boom, we're in this channel right here. And to be honest, guys, it looks like we could be going down towards 380, 390, maybe 400. And with that being said, to be honest, that'd be a spot where I'm going to look to pick up some Netflix shares. Maybe call options as well. We'll see. And, we'll see how that ends up playing out. If it does come down to 380, 390, that'd be an interesting spot considering it's already oversold now. I mean, geez, at 380, it'd be even more oversold. That'd be nuts, even 390. So that's Netflix. 3M also was interesting today. This went down 5.7%. And I'm forgetting for some reason why the stock ended up going down today. It looks like 3M shares are trading lower after the company said it sees a slow growth environment. All right, that's right, in 2024. So that ended up sending the stock, which also you could argue this is a pump fake. It was about to break out. It was trying to break out. And now, boom, we're right back under the moving averages, getting destroyed on this time frame. And you guys can see, if I zoom in a little bit, we were, breaking out a couple of weeks ago as well. Well, I guess at this point, almost 2 months ago, we got to about 112 on 3M. But of course, there's a lot going on, lawsuits, this, that, the third, which we're not going to get into. But at this point, it's a falling knife. It went down over 5% on the day. And we're approaching overall a support at 95 to 100 bucks. Let's see what happens at that point. We'll see moving forward. So that is 3M. Adobe, of course, is one that I'm also watching because this company is set to report earnings tomorrow. You guys probably know they're set to report earnings after the bell tomorrow, and this one did pretty well despite the, the rockiness in the overall markets today. We had Adobe stock go up 2%, up $11 on the day, and it looks like we bounced right off that 50. Actually, no. Well, I guess we closed over the 50 SMA, but we bounced on top of the 180 SMA at 530, and we closed at what, 550? So talk about movement, guys. I'm not sure if you saw, but Adobe yesterday hit 540, and in the morning today it was at 539. So we were in the 530, 540 range, and we closed above 550. That's a pretty good sign, in my opinion, for the bulls. And we closed here on in an ascending triangle pattern. You guys can see that right here. Higher lows being made at the same time as we have resistance at about 555. So Adobe, if it cracks 555, 560, man, there could be a lot more upside. And, it could be going towards that 575, which I think is the recent high, which of course is not guaranteed, guys. But that could be a spot where if we break, we could be going to the recent highs, maybe even higher again with earnings coming out. And by the way, we're going to break down the earnings tomorrow, so make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell. It is free to do that. No joke. It's completely free to subscribe if you guys didn't know that already here on YouTube. And make sure to follow me on Twitter, by the way, guys, at Stas Talk Stocks, or just type in StasSurFest. I'm getting way more active on there. I love interacting with you guys on Twitter. So at Stas Talk Stocks, link down below as well. Check it out. It's free to follow me on Twitter, guys. We're just I'm just trying to get more active with the community, right? So Adobe, keep your eyes on AAL as well, which a lot of these airlines, man, they're getting beaten down, guys. Today the airlines in general got hit, but AAL especially, as it went down almost 6% on the day, and now it's down about $6 from the recent high, which marks about a 31% drop. And now we're approaching the lows here on the 4-hour chart being between $12.50 to $13, right around here is where we're approaching. You guys can see, if I draw it out, we can see, boom, big support, and now we're getting there again, right? You guys get the picture. So AAL and pretty much all these airlines today, they ended up selling off because they cut their forecast, with both airlines citing higher fuel costs, which you guys obviously know. We've called this out and talked about it on this channel. Oil's been on fire, no pun intended. Energy stocks are starting to pick up. The writing's on the wall. We all know this at this point. Oil's going back up. Fuel costs are going back up. You guys saw it in the CPI report this morning. And Spirit Airlines also says promotional activity and decreasing demand are some of the reasons for its cut. So there's also decreasing demand for Spirit, which I'm not sure if that's for all airlines. but I guess maybe just for Spirit or probably other airlines as well. And they follow Southwest Airlines and Alaska Air Group, which also recently warned of the financial impact of higher fuel costs. Let me actually pop up all these tickers here. Why not, guys? Give me a second. So let me see here. SAVE, which is Spirit Airlines. This went down 6% today. AAL, which we just saw, is, it went down 6%. We had LUV, which is Southwest. That went down about 2% on the day. And ALK, which is none other than Alaska Air Group. This went down 2.4% on the day. And mind you, there's a lot of commonalities here, right, guys? ALK is right by the lows on the 4-hour chart. Same thing with AAL. Same thing with LUV. These are the three that I'm looking at right now, maybe to pick up on a reversal when we actually see it, when we spot it, which I'm not seeing it yet. But at some point, we are going to get some sort of rally on these airlines. I think they're getting way too beaten down, especially if we do start taking the lows out from back in May, at least here on LUV. If it starts taking out $28, we go down lower mid-20s, I'm going to probably take a shot on that. Maybe AAL if it starts going under 12, 13. We'll see, guys. So what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments about those. And Amazon continues its rally from the last couple of days. I don't want to say I told you so, guys, but I'm going to say it. I told you so. Look at that. Amazon up another 2.5% on the day, completely breaking out of the wedge on the 4-hour chart. Now we're at a fresh high on the 4-hour chart as well. We're taking out the highs from the beginning of August. So Amazon, guys, this is, beautiful for the bulls in terms of the charts, right? It's clear that we're breaking out to new highs. And to me, this looks like it wants to get back. I know it sounds crazy, but ultimately to all-time highs. I think that's where this wants to go. Maybe not in the next couple of weeks or the next couple of months, but ultimately in the short term, probably 170 next, 165.70. That was the high from, let's see here, March of 2022. After that, maybe 180.85, which is right by the highs. I'm telling you guys, Amazon is a quarter or two away of strong earnings from getting to another, all-time high. That's at least my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know. Full disclosure, I own Amazon stock, so I'm literally in it. But that's why I'm in it. That's why I believe in it. And, it's the charts are beautiful. I think there could be a lot more upside. And look at how it did last time the company reported earnings. This stock shot up all the way to 142 from being at 127. Yeah, I think there could be more earnings like this coming soon. Of course, not guaranteed, but we'll see. Let me see here, guys. Another one that I was getting asked about in the DMs. By the way, make sure to go follow me on Instagram, guys. I think my @ is StasSurfFest on Instagram or Stas Talk Stocks. Either way, you'll find me on there, guys. I'm not hard to find. There's a lot of fakes on Instagram, but be careful. But I think I got a DM about this one today. RCKT, which went up 38%. Rocket Pharmaceuticals, unbelievable. So this one went up a bunch. It looks like now it's breaking above the 180 SMA, which is awesome. A ton of volume. I mean, geez, this thing had barely any volume over the past couple of months. And all of a sudden today, through the roof, you guys can see. And by the way, if you want me to cover any, specific tickers, let me know in the comments, guys. Don't be shy. Drop some tickers down below in the comments. But right now, this is for sure going from being in a downtrend to now reversing to the upside. Now, the argument here is, or to play devil's advocate here is, it's overbought, right? I think this thing needs to settle down, whether it be at 19, 20. It needs to cool off a little bit, and we'll see where it goes from there. I think the catalyst was, let me see here, guys. Was there like an offering or something like that? Rocket Pharmaceuticals, price is $175 million, upsized public offering. All right, it looks like there was a bunch of buy ratings as well today. Where the heck are they, guys? I was reading this before. Looks like Needham adjusts Rocket Pharmaceuticals to $53 from $60 price target, but they're still keeping their buy rating, which is interesting. Let me see here. Anything else? But overall, there's a lot of momentum here. A lot of potential for more upside potentially, which it's not guaranteed. But it's one that I'm looking at for sure. And another one that I'm looking at, which goes in the same category as Novavax, which we covered earlier today, which is one that I'm looking at here as it gets oversold in the lower to mid $7 range. I'm also looking at Moderna, right, which is mRNA. This one up 3% on the day. It's right around $108 a share right now, and it's still in a downtrend. Keep that in mind. We're not reversing to the upside as of now, but that could change anytime soon with, of course, CV making a, resurgence again. Of course, I don't think it's going to get back to what it was back in 2020. But any signs of that, cases going up or whatever, these stocks are prone to shoot up. Now, will they go back to recent all-time highs? Heck no, guys, at least in my opinion. We can never say never, but I don't think so. That's never going to happen. But could we get a nice breakout? Could we make some money in the short term? I think it's possible. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and please do your own research, guys, and make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. All of that's linked down below. And you might as well get up to 16 stocks for Moomoo. Once you open up your account and fund it with an initial $100 deposit, you get 5 stocks right off the bat. And if you fund it with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And guys, fund it with at least $5,000 on top of those 15 stocks. You also get, for a limited time, a free share of either Google stock or Tesla stock, which makes this promo a no-brainer. So get on it. What are you waiting for? Use that link down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next one.